Isaac Hecker looks like a pretty average priest from his time period, other than his beautifully groomed beard, but that's aside the point. Isaac Hecker accomplished a lot in his life, and I'm going to take you through a timeline of his life and point out all the important events and all of his accomplishments. Right about now, this timeline looks pretty empty, but those two circles mark his birth and his death, and I swear to you there's a lot that goes on in between those two. Alright, this timeline looks a little bit bland. Let's add a little bit more to it so we can get a good outline of what his life was like. The first event we're going to cover is obviously his birth, but then we're going to move on to his early life, and then from there his conversion, the books he wrote, and eventually the creation of the Paulist Fathers. Isaac was born on December 18, 1819 in New York City to a family of German immigrants. When he was young, he didn't participate much in formal education. However, he did meet someone who influenced his early life very greatly. At the young age of 24, Isaac met his best friend and mentor, Orestes Brownson. This relationship grew very, very strong, and eventually the two moved to the Brook Farm community, a utopian community filled with important thinkers and writers, including the very famous Nathaniel Hawthorne. The young Isaac soon realized that this wasn't the place where he belonged and went on to pursue his religious life. At the age of 25, Isaac converted to Catholicism from a loosely practiced Protestant faith. He decided to join a religious order, and he chose the Redemptorists. And after missionary work with them, he wanted an order that would appeal to American culture. So he decided that the Redemptorists were not fit for him, and he left. Isaac was a fairly active author during his lifetime. He wrote many books, but there were two in specific that had a drastic effect on his relationship with Orestes. Isaac's mentor, Orestes Brownson, didn't agree with the themes of these books, questions of the soul and aspirations of nature. After these were published, the separation of Isaac and Orestes began. The most important event in Isaac Hecker's life was the formation of the Paulist Fathers in 1858. He created the Paulists because he felt there needed to be an order that would appeal to the American culture. One thing that differentiates the Paulists from other religious orders is the fact that they don't make vows, they make promises. The reason Hecker decided for the men to make promises as opposed to vows is because he felt that when making promises, the men would be committed but free at the same time. At one point in his life, Hecker was an advisor to the Archbishop of Baltimore at the Second Plenary Council and the First Vatican Council. Hecker is remembered for his equal love of America and the Church, but also for bringing the two into a closer relationship. And of course, he's most remembered for the Paulist order that still exists today.